Hello, everyone. A very, very hearty welcome to day 2 of Sahaja Yoga meditation. Again, it's so nice to see so many of you really enjoyed yesterday's experience. Very nice to see some really, really lovely feedback. A lot of you said you slept very well. You felt very calm during the day, which is so, so nice to hear. So thank you so much for sharing your lovely experiences. And our hope is that you will continue to feel that way as we progress through these 21 days. And we're hoping that you can let us know how you feel at the end of the 21 days. So right from where you started in the beginning, how far have you come at the end of these 21 days? We've tried our level best to create a format that is easy to follow and that will cater to everyone. So all the polls that we kept putting on the group, on the WhatsApp group, if you're on group G1, G2, or G3, we currently have 3 WhatsApp groups. So if you've been on any of those WhatsApp groups and you've answered the poll questions that we keep asking, we've taken those questions into account to create a format that will help you get to where you want to be. So with that hope, we've sort of designed this entire program. And on that note, let me introduce myself one more time in case anybody who's joined today who didn't join yesterday. My name is Manika, and I'm one of the hosts for this program. And we have many, many presenters. We have a very, very big global community of Sahaja yogis. And just like you, we are sitting in different corners of the world preparing these sessions for you. So we have a big team of techies, we have presenters, we have live musicians, and we've tried to incorporate everybody to bring this series to you. And as I had mentioned before, we're all volunteers. That's why we all have day jobs and we are here to meditate with you. And hopefully, our desire is that once you all have meditated with us, and once meditation becomes a part of your life, you can come on this side and help us out and start presenting and helping other people out in the world who might need meditation in their life. So on that note, again, I'm going to fold my hands one more time and welcome you all for today's session. So let us just all sit comfortably. Wherever you are, make sure you are comfortable. There are no conditionings in Sahaja Yoga. I'm just going to quickly answer a couple of questions that I keep getting. I was getting a few questions just when we started the session as well. In Sahaja Yoga, meditation, you can sit anywhere you want. You can sit on a chair, you can sit on a sofa, you can sit on the floor. Your comfort is important. Because if you're uncomfortable, your attention is very wobbly. You know, you can't really take in as much. So please be seated very, very comfortably. As for the clothing, you can wear anything that you're comfortable in, but it's nice to wear cotton clothes, breathable cotton clothes, because it's natural. But if you're wearing something else, even that is fine. Like I said, there's no conditionings in Sahaja Yoga. You can eat anytime during, before, or after the meditation. I mean, don't eat during the meditation, but make sure you're comfortable. So that's the bottom line. So on that note, let's just quickly flex our shoulders and maybe just flex our neck a little bit and see how we're feeling. Try to be a little aware of what our current state is and what we're feeling like right now. So just roll your shoulders and maybe just move your neck side to side, back in front. And let's just take a deep breath and settle down. So let's just breathe in. Hold our breaths for a second and gently breathe out through our mouth. Breathe in one more time. Hold our breaths and breathe out. And let us just gently bring both of our hands, palm facing downwards, towards the Mother Earth. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can hang your hands gently towards the Mother Earth. Your palms should be facing the Mother Earth. And if you're sitting on the floor, on the Mother Earth itself, on the ground, just place your hands on your sides on the Mother Earth. So before we begin today's session, we're going to do a small affirmation, a small salutation to the Mother Earth. The Mother Earth has provided us with so much. If we look around us, it just instantly brings us into balance. The nature, the trees, the sky, the beautiful blazing orange skies during sunset and sunrise, the flowers, the beautiful trees, the different weathers we have, spring, summer, autumn, winter, the different colors that the Mother Earth portrays during these seasons. Nature knows how to live in harmony, how to live in balance. And that balance is so important. Even the animals know how to live in balance. They know how to live in harmony with nature. Unfortunately, it is us humans who have always been disturbing this precarious balance. But yet again, when we look at the rivers, the sea, the flowers, the fruits, it automatically brings us in balance, makes us feel good about ourselves. So let us take a minute to thank Mother Earth for all that she does for us. The beautiful nature, the food we eat, the air we breathe, it is just so humbling. So let us say thank you, Mother Earth, for all that you do for us. And let us also take this moment to apologize to the Mother Earth for all the wrong that we as humans have done upon this earth. How we take the nature for granted, how we take our environment for granted, knowingly or unknowingly, all the mistakes we have done, individually and collectively. We apologize, Mother Earth. And we apologize, Mother Earth, because for most part of the day, our connection with you, unfortunately, is through our feet. The same Mother Earth that we should be bowing down to in reverence, we walk on it with our feet. And yet she always forgives, and she is still ever giving. Obeisance to you, Mother Earth. The ocean are your garments, and you are adorned with mountain peaks. Please forgive me for touching you with my feet. And let us also ask Mother Earth to give us the permission as we sit here and meditate upon her. The Mother Earth is a very important element, one of the very important 5 elements. So let us pray to Mother Earth to clear us and remove all the negativities from within us as we sit and meditate upon her today. Again, we can just bring our hands back, fold them, and just bow our head down in reverence. And let me take this moment also to introduce you to the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She founded Sahaja Yoga in 1970, and she relentlessly traveled across the world, giving this knowledge for free, this awakening of the Kundalini within us, this process of self-realization, the process where we discover the truth. She dedicated her life to teaching people of all nationalities, races, religion, and she taught all these Sahaja Yoga techniques to them for free. And currently, Sahaja Yoga is practiced in around 120 countries. And again, let me say this one more time. This knowledge that you get is so pure and so precious that there is no amount of money that you can pay to justify its value. So what did Shri Mataji do? She said, because it is so precious and because there is no amount of money, she gave it for free. So Sahaja Yoga is practiced in 120 countries and it is absolutely free of cost. There is no charge for any of these classes that you're attending today or any meditation sessions you might have in future. There is no money involved whatsoever. And for what she has given us, for her teachings, for all the knowledge that we have gained from her, she is our guru. She is the bestower of all this knowledge. And for that, again, we bow down and humble down so we can actually absorb all that knowledge. Because that's what you do. You always bow down in respect in front of your teachers. So again, on that note, one more time, a very, very hearty welcome for today's session. So let me tell you a little bit about Sahaja Yoga from a different perspective from yesterday. Yesterday, we spoke about thoughts and, how our thinking defines how we feel. If we think about something and get angry, that's the emotion that comes out and it reflects in our body. Our muscles get tight, our head gets tight. And mostly you would have noticed when you get angry, you might get a headache, which is very, very normal because this is where you get all the tightness from anger. So what we learned yesterday was that our thoughts dictate how we feel. And so with meditation, our goal is to basically increase the gap between these thoughts. And with regular practice, it is possible. Shri Mataji has said that with meditation, you can build a fort of thoughtless awareness. So what that means is that when you increase the gap between these thoughts, you are basically in the present moment. Because let's be honest, if you are thinking, you are either thinking about the past or you are thinking about the future. You cannot think about the present moment. So the only way to be in the present is to not think. And believe me, when you are in thoughtless awareness, your capacity to do things increases 1000% because you are giving your absolute 100% in doing the work you're doing. Because some of you might think that if you're not thinking or if you've gone a bit blank, how can you work? On contrary, when you are not thinking, it actually increases your efficiency by almost 100%. So that's why our goal with meditation in these 21 days is to slowly increase the gap between all these thoughts. Now I'm going to give you a quick analogy before we begin today's session. Have you ever seen children and how innocent children are and how drawn we are to kids? Now let's just think about it. Children never get angry, and if they do, they don't hold on to their anger. Children never get dissatisfied. They will be happy with the smallest of things. You might buy them toys and things, yet a small child who's less than 2 years old will be happy to make a racket with a spoon, a common spoon you can find in the kitchen. And the joy that you see on their face when they do it, I mean, you might get annoyed from that noise, but don't they spark such a joy and they get so happy in just the smallest of things? If if you do not give them what they want, they might get angry for some time, but do they hold on to that anger and say, look, I'm going to be angry with you all my life and I'm never going to forgive you? They never do that. Kids can let go of their anger so easily. Kids can find joy in the smallest of things. Their innocence is so attractive. You might not even know the child, yet their mischief will bring a smile on your face. A child will never do anything to hurt you. Even if they commit a mistake, even if they break something, they'll smile and they'll say sorry, or they'll create a face, a mischievous face, and you forgive them. You can't be angry on children for very long. They have all these inbuilt qualities. And you know what? We were born with these qualities. The quality of innocence, the quality of creativity, the quality of wisdom, the quality of satisfaction, the quality of generosity, the quality of love, the quality of compassion, the quality of forgiveness. We were born with all these qualities. But as we were growing up, and as we were becoming wise, we were absorbing from our nature, from the people around us, from our environment. Slowly, because of our circumstances, we have lost these qualities and absorbed a few vices. And what we want to do with meditation is to strengthen these qualities again, because they are there. They have not gone anywhere. They have just settled down. They've just gone down a little bit. And all we need to do is bring them back up. Remember, we can be generous, we can be loving, we can be joyous, we can be satisfied, and we definitely have the wisdom. Just like a child might bring their finger to fire once. So if they touch a candle that's burning and they know that's fire and it hurts, they will never do it again. That's the wisdom that a child has. And that wisdom is in all of us, that wisdom that tells us the right from wrong, that wisdom that guides us. So all we need to do is get those qualities back in us, remind us that they're there. So our today's presenter, Mary, is going to show you where these qualities reside on our subtle system. These 7 qualities are the 7 chakras, as we call them, and they are on our subtle system. Each center, each energy center basically is made up of these qualities in essence. So without further ado, let me invite Mary, and Mary is going to explain these qualities to you. She's going to explain the subtle system, and then we're going to do the self-realization one more time today. The same self-realization that we did yesterday, we're going to do it one more time so that we can experience it and deepen our experience of meditation and sort of go through that experience one more time. And for anyone who's new, you can do it with us today and you will not miss out. And at the end, we're going to learn a technique called Bandhan. A Bandhan is a sort of a protection. We'll tell you a bit more about that, but it is a protection that you can put yourself in every day. And so that's pretty much about it for today's session. So without further ado, let me invite Mary. Mary is from New Zealand, and she is our presenter for today. She is she has a very magical voice. She's a very, very beautiful singer. I'm not sure if she's singing today, though. We do have Huiling with live music, but in the coming sessions, one of the sessions, hopefully, we'll have Mary sing for us. So over to you, Mary.
Thank you, Monica. Hello, everyone. It's so special to be presenting this evening and to be able to share this knowledge as we go through this journey together. I practice Sahaja yoga for over 30 years, and it's made profound difference in just finding out who I am and about myself and how I respond and just having a sense of calm and peace in my responses to people and the world around. So welcome everyone to our session today. As Monica said, I'm going to be talking about the subtle system. And our subtle system, we could have the slide please, is really a blueprint for humanity. This subtle system is placed in every one of us, regardless of your race, your creed, color, religion. Everyone has this subtle system placed within them. When we look at this slide, we can see that it's made up of energy centers, or chakras, you may know them as. There are 3 channels, and we have qualities that are in each of our energy centers. But let's first look at the left channel. And this left channel is to do with our past. It's to do with our conditionings and the way that we've been brought up and the things that we've been taught as we've been growing up. So it's the left channel, the blue channel, is to do with our past. If we look at the yellow channel, this is our right channel, and this is to do with our future, with the future and our thinking and planning. Our mental and physical activity is within this channel. So we have a channel that looks at the past, the yellow channel looks at our future, but it is in the center channel. You can see where our energy centers or chakras are placed. This channel is where we are in the present, in the now. And at the base of the center channel, you can see our triangular bone, the sacrum bone. And placed within that sacrum bone is a special energy called our kundalini. This kundalini is a female energy that nurtures and cares for us once it is awakened. In most people, it is a sleeping energy. But once you receive your realization or your awakening, the kundalini is awakened and she travels up the center channel, nourishing and clearing our centers, and comes out the top of our head in the form of a cool breeze. Placed within our subtle system is our spirit, and this is in the heart area. And so when the kundalini is awakened and is traveling up, she enlightens our spirit. And when we come to the top of our head, what happens is there is an integration between our kundalini and that divine energy that's all around us, that looks after us, protects and cares for us. So this is the yoga, the union of our kundalini with that divine energy that's all around us. So when we, as Monica said, the process of realization is the awakening of our kundalini. You can see on this slide that each of the energy centers has qualities. So that at the base energy center, the quality is innocence. As we move up, we have creativity, love and compassion, collectivity, forgiveness, and then we have the integration of our kundalini with the divine energy that's all around us. The next slide gives us an animation of what happens when we receive our self-realization, how the Kundalini starts at the triangular bone, our sacrum, and travels up through each of our energy centers, nourishing and clearing and moving up to integrate with the divine. So let us look at what the actions are, or what happens when we receive our self-realization. Our self-realization is one of the most important things that you will ever receive in your lifetime. The most significant thing that we will receive. And what I'm going to do now is explain the process of self-realization, which is the placement of our hand on certain parts of our body. And we will be saying affirmations and asking a question in order to help our Kundalini be awakened and come up to the top of our head. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll place our right hand. Our left hand sits on our lap. Your left side is your side of desire. So you want your self-realization, you desire it. And so the left hand just sits on our lap, palm up. The right hand is placed on the left side of our heart, and we'll ask a question there. So I'm just going through the process so that you know what's going to happen. And Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, will actually take us through the process, okay? So after we've placed our hand on the right heart, we move down to the bottom of our rib cage or to our stomach or abdomen. And here we will ask another question. And then we'll move down to the left side of the hip bone area. And we'll say an affirmation there. Then we'll move our hand back up to our abdomen or to our stomach area. And here we'll say another affirmation. Then we come back to the heart. And here we will affirm. There'll be an affirmation that we'll say there. From the heart, we move to the nape of our neck, where the neck meets the shoulder on the left-hand side. And we just turn our head to the right a wee bit. So we'll also say an affirmation here. And then Shri Mataji will ask us to take our hand up to our forehead, and we'll just put our head down a wee bit into our hand. And we will say an affirmation here. And then we'll take our hand to the back side of our head and put our head back into our hand. And here we'll say another affirmation. And the last part of our self-realization is to actually place the palm of our hand on the fontanelle bone area, that area that was soft when we were babies, when we were children. So we're going to place the palm of our hand on the top of our head and press down firmly. You'll be pressing down firmly and you'll be moving your scalp. So it's not your hair. You're going to press reasonably firmly so that you can move your scalp in a clockwise way. And we'll be moving that 7 times. Okay, but don't worry too much about the numbers in that yet. Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi will take us through that and let us know. And from here, then we can lift our hand and we'll see. You should experience your self-realization. You will actually feel something, coolness. maybe heat, but we'll talk about that after the experience. So before Shri Mataji takes us through the process of self-realization, make sure you're sitting comfortably, as Monica said. Take off your shoes. You can remove your glasses. And in taking off our shoes, it strengthens our connection to Mother Earth and helps this process of raising our Kundalini. So we can sit with our hands palm up on our lap and let Shri Mataji take us through our self-realization. Thank you.
Now, put your left hand towards me, comfortably. Put your feet apart from each other. And now, put your right hand on your heart and close your eyes. Here you have to ask me a very important question. In your heart, you ask me a question as you would ask a computer. You can call me Shri Mataji or Mother, whatever you like. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question. In your heart, not loudly. 3 times, ask in your heart, not loudly. Mother, am I the spirit? You have to only ask in your heart. If you are the spirit, you become your own guide, you become your own master, you become your own guru. So now take down your right hand into the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. And here you have to ask another question 3 times, not loudly, in your heart. Mother, am I the spirit? Mother, am I my own master? Mother, am I my own master? Ask this question 3 times. Am I my own master? I have told you that I respect your freedom and the pure knowledge cannot be forced on you. So please take your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen and say it 6 times, asking me, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. I cannot force on you. You have to ask in your free will. As soon as you ask for the pure knowledge, the Kundalini starts moving upward. So now we have to nourish the higher centers with our self-confidence. Raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen. Press it hard on the left hand side. And here with full confidence you have to say 10 times in your heart, not loudly. Mother, I am my own master. Please say this 10 times. Mother, I am my own master. I told you at the very outset that the greatest truth about you is that you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not these conditionings, emotions, nor this ego, but you are the spirit, you are the pure spirit. So now raise your right hand onto your heart and ask here, or say with full confidence 12 times, Mother, I am the spirit. Just say it without any hesitation. Say it 12 times, please. For your information, you have to know that the divine power is the source of knowledge, is the ocean of knowledge, is the ocean of love. It is the ocean of peace and ocean of bliss. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So you cannot commit any mistake which cannot be dissolved by the power of this ocean of forgiveness. So please raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and your shoulder. Push it back as much as possible and turn your head to your right. And with full confidence, please say 16 times. Full confidence in your heart. Mother, I am not guilty at all. All right? As I told you before, that you have to forgive everyone. And those who say it is difficult, they must know that it is a myth whether you forgive or don't forgive. But if you don't forgive, then you play into the wrong hands and get yourself tortured by yourself. So please forgive. In general, everyone, not counting how many people you have to forgive, what you have to forgive, but just say, by raising your hand and putting it on top of your forehead across, putting down your head as much as possible, resting on your hand. Please say, with an open heart, please say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it. Please say, otherwise it is difficult later on for me. I have to clear out everybody's agya and it takes too much time then. So best is to say it from your heart. After all, you are not going to miss your self-realization for that. Now, take back your right hand on the back side of your head and put your head on it, resting on it, upward. Here you have to say for your own satisfaction, O Divine, if I have done any mistakes, please forgive me. But don't feel guilty. Don't count your mistakes, don't think about them. In general, you have to say, O Divine, please forgive me if I have done any mistakes or anything wrong, anything against you. Now, stretch your palm. Stretch your palm and put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. Now put down your head properly. And here, push back your fingers as far as possible. Please push back. This is very important. And now put a pressure on your scalp and move your scalp slowly 7 times clockwise. Here again I respect your freedom and I cannot force self-realization on you. So here you have to say 7 times, bending your head properly and pressing it hard, moving 7 times. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please ask 7 times, please.
Just keep our attention at the top of our head. Just feel and enjoy this experience. And now we can listen to some music by Huiling. So much willing for that beautiful piece of music. Just helps us to stay in a state where we have no thoughts, where our Kundalini just responds to the music and has us in a place of just peace and silence. If you like, you can keep your eyes closed as we just have an awareness of what we're feeling, and just have our left hand still open on our lap, but take our right hand up on the top of our head, and just put your head forward and slowly raise your hand to see if you can feel a coolness, a cool, subtle cool breeze coming out of the top of your head. Some people may feel heat. You might feel tingles or some pressure. It's okay, whatever you're feeling. It means your Kundalini has been awakened. And as we go through these days of learning more about our subtle system, we'll be able to feel that coolness much more strongly. If you're not sure, bring the right hand down to your lap and try our left hand. So put our head forward a wee bit and then move about 10, 15 centimeters above your head to see if you can feel or see what you're feeling. Are you feeling anything? Can you feel a coolness? Can you feel heat or tingling? Move your hand around to see. And then bring your hand back down to your lap. Over the coming days, just have an awareness of what you're feeling, where you're feeling these tingles, of what you might feel on your hands or at the top of your head. The last part of our session this evening. Oh, we've got an important part, is to listen to a talk by Shri Mataji talking about Sahaja Yoga. So let us just have our hands open on our lap. If we can keep our attention up here, that's good. Let's see what we're feeling as Shri Mataji speaking. So again, have that awareness. So let us listen to Shri Mataji's talk first.
today I'll teach you how to raise your own Kundalini, which is your own. Now put your left hand in front of the Kundalini, here. All of you sitting down. Can you see me? Put your left hand like this, just like this in front. Like this in front. This hand like this. The right hand has to be moved up, front, down, back, like that, clockwise. You have to raise it. Now, let us raise our Kundalini. Start it moving slowly, like this, like this, like this, and throw your hands up, absolutely loose, and then give it a twist. Throw your head back, and now give it a knot. That's one. We have to do it twice. Again, let's do it. Hold the hand in front and start moving it. Take it up, throw your hand, and just give it a twist. And here it is. Third time, you have to give 3 twists. You can do it at home. Throw back your hands, head and hands loose, and give it one, then the second one, and then the third one, like this. Now see, it will improve. Now, there's one thing more one must learn, how to give protection to your aura. That is very important. Protection to your aura, I wish people knew how to do it, they would have saved themselves with many troubles. Is to put your left hand like this. And with the right hand, you move it like this. From here, move it. 1. Go back. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how you give protection to yourself. Now see your vibration. All right?
So Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi showed us how to raise our Kundalini to help sustain, keep that, our attention here at the top of our head. And she also showed us how to put ourselves in a bandhan, a band of protection or love for our chakras. And I know that Monica is going to take you through that process again of putting yourself, raising your Kundalini and putting yourselves in bandhan. So I humbly thank you for taking part today in this session. And I'm excited to see how you go on this journey over these next few days. I'll now hand you back to Monica. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. That was a wonderful session. And thank you for your explanation. And thank you, Huiling. The music was so divine. I wish you wouldn't stop and you could play a little bit more. And I'm sure most of the participants here would feel the same way. So before I finish off, I'm just going to say that if you joined somewhere in the middle of the session, please continue staying in the meeting because we will be having a second session just for today. And we'll go through this process one more time. So if you've missed it, or if you want to experience it again, please continue staying in the meeting. The same meeting will continue into the second session, and you can have another meditation because the self-realization is a very important step and you don't want to miss it. This is the beginning of meditation and the beginning of our awakening. So as Shri Mataji just explained, these 7 energy centers that we have, which are on our subtle body, going all the way till the top of our head, these 7 energy centers sort of need a protection. It's good to give them a protection. So this technique of putting yourself into a bandhan is something that you can do when you wake up in the morning, first thing. It's a good practice to do it before you leave your house, sort of like putting yourself into protection so no harm comes your way. And it's a very good practice to do it in the beginning and at the end of your meditation. Why at the end of the meditation? Because when you're meditating, we want the Mother Kundalini to sort of rise up our central channel and slowly come on the top of our head here. And when it comes here, we sort of want to tie it back up and put it into a knot, like an invisible knot, and make sure that it stays in that position on the top of our head, giving us that protection. And then when we put the bandhan around us, which is like Mary explained and Shri Mataji explained, like a band of protection, it is to protect our aura. And the reason we do it 7 times is because we have 7 energy centers. So let us finish by putting ourselves into a bandhan for today. And then we'll play some music and transition to the second session. And you can decide if you want to continue or if you want to leave for today. It's up to you. So let us just sit back and let us put our hand at the bottom of our spine here and slowly just raise it and bring it on the top of our head. And just press firmly by stretching our palm, just press a little bit on the top of your head. Give it a gentle massage. And again, let's pray to our Mother Kundalini to awaken and to strengthen. So Mother, please strengthen our self-realization. And please put us into your protection. And let us just gently raise our hand a few inches above our head. And let us just pray to Mother Kundalini. Mother, please allow us to feel your cool breeze. Allow us to feel your presence. We can gently bring our hand back in our lap and then just move our left hand on top of our head and do the same thing. Just move it a little bit up and down so we are aware of how we're feeling. And if there's a bit of heat or tingles, it's just a sign that our Mother Kundalini has started removing all the negativities. She started expelling all the heat and all the negativities from within us. Now let us just bring our hands back, and in the same meditative state, let us put ourselves into a bandhan. So you want to put your left hand in front of you, palm facing upwards, and move our right hand around it. So left hand is in front of you and your right hand is moving around it, and we will gently, in the same motion, bring our hand up on top of our head and tie us into an invisible knot. Repeat it one more time. This is for the 3, the left side, the right side, and the central channel. So bring it up again. And this time we will tie it into 2 knots. And for the 3rd time, raise it, bring it up on top of our head, and 3 knots. Now bring our hands back in our lap, palm facing upwards. Left hand stays where it is, and with the right hand, Let's bring it over and under, and then back again. That's 1. And we're doing it 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And at the end, we can fold our hands, gently bow our head, and finish. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we will be giving a handout of this last step that we did of raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves into a Bandhan. And we will be sharing it with you on the chat now. So you can download it from the Zoom chat. We will also share it on the WhatsApp chat. And so this is what the handout looks like. And all of this information will also be available on our website. So if we go back on the previous slide, and our website, premeditation.com.au/AUG2023. That's the website. You can even scan the barcode. And on the website, all the resources, the music, the recordings will be available. So please do check out the website and download the information from there. I hope you had a wonderful meditation today. We will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And we will enable the chat now so you can let us know how you feel. So please do put in the comments how you felt today. And now we'll just transition with some music for the second session. Thank you so much.
मनोभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहं न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्